Craig Kerr with sports on Eyewitness News at 5, 6, and 11.
Greetings, I'm Colette Wilson. One Life to Live is coming right up, and we expect no disruptions today from the O.J. Simpson trial. But before we get started, here's a little something extra from Soapline. These days, the past is haunting Vicki. She's been dreaming more and more of her father. And isn't it amazing how Victor Lord, who's been dead nearly 20 years, continues to wreak havoc in his daughter's life? We thought you might enjoy seeing the many faces of Victor Lord. Ernest Graves, the original Victor.
There's a very plausible explanation for all this. We just don't happen to know what it is yet.
Shepard Strudwick. Did Dorian do him in?
Oh, Mother!
The Victor in Vicky's dreams. Tom O'Rourke.
Victoria!
And Les Tremaine, Victor in heaven, though it's hard to believe he ever made it there. And now, here's One Life to Live. This is Soapline, your line to ABC Daytime.
So, when did you meet Sam Vance?
Well, she met me. See, she bumped into me accidentally on purpose, and she started coming on to me like I was the most interesting guy in Landview. Man. Yeah, you know, she wasn't bad looking, right? So we started talking.
About what?
I don't know, really weird stuff, personal stuff. What I was like as a kid. Stuff about my mom. Stuff about about Peter Manning. Wanted to know if he had a nickname.
What? She wanted to know if your dad had a nickname?
Yeah, and about a dozen other really stupid things. And then, then I woke up and I knew that she was just pumping me.
Huh. Good guess. But no cigar, right?
Wait, you know something? I didn't think about this until just now, but David Vickers, he was after me, too. I mean, he was real chummy with me down at the country club.
Well, of course. They're working together.
It was right about the same time. He started asking me all these questions. Man, I stepped right into it. I mean, what could they possibly be looking for? I don't know anything. I didn't even know I was adopted until Peter died. I don't even know who I am.
Todd, you can still try and find out. You do have a clue, you know.
What, you talking about that lousy key?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's to. Just Peter Manning handed it to me and then he died. Look, the next thing I know, there's a PI snooping around like this is some kind of a big secret. This doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up.
Wait. Dorian.
What about her?
Dorian is a connection. She is tied to David Vickers. He's the one that came up with the evidence to save her at her trial.
Yes, so what?
So what? Did you see the way that she reacted to that key tonight when she saw it? She practically was pushing us out the door with a check for $200,000 for
You know
my
what?
business.
You know, if you think about it, she was there too.
What? Who? Dorian?
She asked the same thing right about the same time, just like the other two. She was getting all cozy to me.
See, there is a connection. There's something going on. We just don't know what it is.
Yeah, Claire, I don't care what this is. Whatever it is, I don't care. Look, I'm getting on a plane to Florida just like I planned. I'm gonna forget about all of this.
Look, if she was well enough to walk away, she probably went for help.
She was acting real strange, he said. I don't know, Bo. I know Vicki. Ever since Sloan has passed away. And then with her finding out that David Vickers was a complete phony, I know her, and the first thing she's going to do is let herself get all wound up about Dorian again.
Dorian killed her father?
Well, why not? If he'd lie about being her brother, why wouldn't he lie about Dorian, too?
Dorian said they argued. You okay? Come on, look, Clint. Hey, we're gonna find her. We are.
I hope so. I just can't shake this feeling.
What feeling?
That something awful is happening to her.
You wanted my father dead?
I didn't shed any tears. Why should you? I'm surprised you didn't kill him yourself.
He was my father. I loved him. Why would I kill him? You keep saying these things, making these insinuations. Why? Why? What do you think he did to me?
My God. You don't know, do you? It's impossible. You couldn't have repressed it all these years. You must know.
don't. No. What you're talking about, I know you murdered Father.
You did repress it.
You lied. You were way out of prison once. You won't do it again. I'm calling police.
No, Vicky. No! I mean, didn't you say that you came here so that we could face the truth? Isn't that what you said that you wanted?
Yes.
Well, then why won't you?
Why won't I? Why?
Face the truth! About you, about your father, about what you have obviously buried somewhere deep inside of you.
Stop.
The truth, Vicky, come on!
Stop.
Stop! Stop! Victor seduced you. Your father had sex with you. That's the truth. That is the awful truth.
Yeah, well, you know, if you hear anything about Mom, just let me know as soon as you can, okay? Yeah, it's open! Yeah, I just gotta go, Grandpa. There's somebody at the door. Okay.
Kevin!
Yeah, in here. Huh? Yeah, I'm sorry you called so late. Alrighty. Night.
I've been waiting for you down at the station.
I know. Look, you were next on my list.
Wait, weren't you the guy who was begging to come along on patrol?
No, I'm sorry. You know, something just came up.
Oh, well, great. Something just came up. You rich boys, you just really lose interest in things fast, don't you? I mean, you know, law school doesn't work out, and then, you know, this new news job means lots of hours running around.
Hey, you know, I don't really need to hear this. My mom is missing, okay? She's missing.
I won't play your games, Dorian. I won't even acknowledge that repulsive, grotesque lie. There is no excuse.
No. There is no excuse.
How dare you, how dare you come up with such a lie? You murdered my father, you seduced my boy, my Joey, and now you have this lie. I won't permit you to take away what little decency is left of my father's memory.
What decency? Your father was the most indecent, amoral, degenerate going. Why? It's so sad. Here you are, this many years later, and you are still blindly trying to protect him still.
He was my father.
He was my husband. And eventually I came to know what he really was. Why are you trying to whitewash this?
Whitewash? No. You're trying to justify your own crime. You won't turn me against him. My father was wonderful.
Your father was a degenerate pig. Yes, a pig who talked in his sleep.
Oh, no.
May I add? And in graphic detail described what it was like to be in bed with his own flesh and blood, to make love to his own daughter. I confronted him, yes, and eventually he confessed. What kind of a man, what kind of an animal would force himself on his own child?
My father was good. My father loved me. My father loved me. He loved me.
Vicky, stop it. Look at me. You are not to blame. You're not. It's not your fault. What happened, it's not.
My father never did. That, what you say, He never forced me to do that. Never.
My God, what are you saying?
He never would make me. Never. Not once in all the time.
How long did this go on?
Nothing happened. He didn't do anything.
God help you. You were just a child. And he used you. He used your innocence and your love for him. And you couldn't make him stop, could you? What do you mean you don't want to know?
Listen to me, Blair, all right? All of them. Sam Vance, David Vickers, who knows, maybe even Dorian. They're all asking me questions about my past, right? About my family. Most of all, about him.
Peter?
Yeah, and meanwhile, I'm trying to forget everything. I grew up in his house. You think he could have taken 2 minutes to at least tell me that I was adopted and that that's why he didn't want me? Not that any of that matters.
Maybe it does. Maybe that's what this is all about. Maybe your biological parents read somewhere that Peter Manning died and they want to find out who
Come
you
on,
are.
Blair, for that's the last thing in the world I want to deal with right now. Look, I'm going to Florida just like I planned. I'm moving on.
Oh, come on, Todd. You are right in the middle of something, and you have a right to know about it. And it's something very important.
How do you know that?
How do I know? Because Dorian wouldn't react to that key if it didn't have some value. Come on. The beaches are going to be there later. Aren't you just a little bit curious? You are human.
Who says I'm human?
Me. Come on. It'll be fun.
All right. Look, I'll stick around long enough to talk to Sam Vance and David Vickers. Does that make you happy?
Happier. Look, I need all the friends I can get.
So what does this mean, that I don't get my present? This big bon voyage? You told me you had a surprise for me.
All right, big guy. You just stay right here, and I'll go get it.
You know, you got a bunch of messages here.
Huh?
I said you got a bunch of messages here. You might think about answering them, listening to them at least.
Blair, it's Cord. Would you pick up, please? Where are you? I really need to talk to you.
Yeah, well, maybe she doesn't want to talk to you, Cord.
It's me again. I'm not going to give up, Blair. You're going to have to talk to me sooner or later.
Later?
Blair, I want to apologize. I would like to work this out. I know we can. I'm going to keep trying.
Give it a rest, will you?
Blair, look, they just called my plane. It's a long story, but I am going to explain all of it to you. I care too much about you to just let this go, okay? I care a lot, and I miss you. Oh, man, do I miss you.
Well, your mother just disappeared.
Well, they found her car. She must have had some kind of an accident or something.
And she just walked away from the car.
That's right. Nobody seems to know where she is.
God, you must be going nuts.
Yeah. So anyway, look, I'm sorry. I can't really go with you on patrol tonight because I got a lot of things around here I got to do.
Oh, no, yeah.
God, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You must feel so helpless.
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, I'm really sorry about tonight, but I think I ought to be by myself.
Okay, no problem. Man, I act like such a jerk. I mean, you know, like starting like when I just walked in here tonight. Kevin, please, if you could just forget every word that I said, okay? Just, I want to help you. If you'll let me.
No, you're wrong. It's wrong. You're wrong. You're evil and you're sick.
Your father seduces his own daughter, and I'm sick?
I can't listen to this.
Vicky, you said you wanted to come here so that we could both face the truth. Isn't that what you said you wanted?
It's a lie.
Then why can't you breathe if that's a lie? Why is your heart pounding if it's a lie?
Please, you have to leave me alone.
No. No. It's time. We've gone too far, Vicky. So, why don't we let it all out at last? The whole truth. Everything. Once and for all.
I'll call you again when I land.
So you guys are over, huh? You sure about that?
You bet. I am so tired of Cord Roberts gallivanting around town to do family business, and the family business always comes down to Tina. Well, I'm sick of her, and I'm sick of him. And tell you what, I'll show you how sick I am, Cord Roberts. This is exactly what I think of Cord Roberts. In fact, I don't want to hear Cord Roberts' name ever again. That is a house rule.
All right, your house, your rules.
You bet. No. I think it's time for your present. You're going away, but not present. So, come here. Unfold those lovely arms of yours, because you're going to need both hands.
You need both hands? I like this already.
All right, here it is.
What is it?
Open it up. You'll see. It's a ring. I designed it. I made it just for you. It's how I think of you. That's what I do. I fit the piece with the person. It's sharp around the edges. It's bold. It's a one of a kind. You like it? Here, try it on. It's great. Here you go.
Thank you.
Kevin! Yeah. Your mom get home? No. What happened? All I heard there's an accident and Mom's out with the car.
Well, that's all anyone knows right now.
We've got at least 4 patrol cars out there in the area looking for her right now.
How about making it 5?
Hey, Andy, good. You're on duty.
Yep.
All right, done. I'm gonna call in and we can get back at it.
God, I hate this no news.
Oh, there's news, all right, but it isn't about your mother. It's about David Vickers, your uncle, so-called.
What do you mean, so-called?
Just what I said. The man is nothing but a damn phony. He's a two-bit liar.
Wait a minute, you mean he's not a member of the family? He's not even Mom's brother?
That's right.
Why would he lie about something like that?
Money, Kevin, money. Your grandfather left a very large trust fund that nobody knew about. Nobody knew about.
Except for David.
Well, David and Dorian.
What?
Yeah. And now David has not only left town, he left the whole country. Court took off after him.
And Mom knows all about this?
Most of it.
Oh, man. She really liked David, too, you know? I mean, she trusted him.
Mm-hmm.
You think this all ties in somehow?
What, you mean with Vicky disappearing? I don't know. Your mother was very upset. Look, we'll find her. Don't worry, and she's gonna be all right.
Yeah. And you're sure about that, huh?
Absolutely.
All families have their secrets, Vicky. Ours just happens to be a particularly dirty one.
listen to this.
Your father made you play his sick game. He turned you from his daughter into his lover. And that's why, Vicky, dear, you have always hated me so much. Because I came between you and your father, just like your mother did.
Are you in time to figure it out? You've never been there for me.
Spare me your sad
What
story.
did you expect, undying loyalty? How dare you stand there and judge me after what you've done?
In the eyes of the world, you were his princess, the apple of his evil eye. All the while, he was pitting you against your own mother, making you part of his sick triangle.
You haven't been faithful to me. Not once in our entire marriage. In all your mistresses. The only two you ever really loved were your newspaper and your daughter. The Banner and Vicky, those are your two real loves.
Father, Mother, stop!
He made you resent her,
You're a whore.
didn't he?
Get out of my sight.
He made you want her gone as much as he did. Of course you loved your mother. But we're dealing with the truth here, Vicky, right? The truth. Your mother suspected that something was not quite right. But she was powerless to stop it, and then she died, and that left just you and your father. How long? How long did it go on, Vicky? Until he found a suitable replacement? Your college roommate? Is that when it stopped? When you found him in bed with Irene?
No.
Okay, you wanted the truth, and now here it is. Ow! When I think that I have kept his disgusting secret all these years, I don't... Why? Yeah, why? Survival? Yes. Mine and yours. The scandal, too. I just didn't want to open myself up to that kind of scrutiny, and he was gone. I figured let sleeping pigs lie. However, things are different now. I need some leverage. And much as I will hate to do this to you, Vicky, if I have to, I will use our dirty family secret. Landview until this whole mess with David Vickers is cleared up. You leave things the way they are, I will do my part. I will say nothing to anybody about our secret, about your father's incestuous sins against you. Let's call it striking a deal for sanity, yours and mine. I'm going upstairs now. When I come back down, I want you gone. No! You stupid, ugly bitch! Vicky.
Ooh, turn it up. Turn it up. Todd, turn it up.
Come on, Blair, it's already at like 8.
Come on, it's great. It's perfect. Louder, louder. Turn it up. Come on. That's good. Come on.
Blair,
Come here, dance with me.
I really
Come
want
here.
to dance, but...
Come here, dance with me. Todd, just dance with me. Come on.
Listen to me. No, listen to me. You want to know? I think you've had just
Oh, come
a
on.
little bit too much
Wait.
to
No
drink.
thinking. No thinking. It is not good for the music. It is not good for the moment. It is not good for the fun.
Blair, you want to know what I'm thinking right now?
Todd, I say no thinking. No thinking is what I said. New house rule, Blair says so. So no thinking.
Blair, listen to me. I'm going to tell you something.
Come on, don't. What, you afraid that I'm going to use you? Come on.
Look, Blair, you want to use me?
Let me.
You can use me anytime. I'll always let you use me. No problem.
Good.
But first, I want you to think, okay? Now, I know you don't want to, but
About
no,
what?
you listen to me. You got to think about this, because this isn't what you want. Really.
Who says?
I say. And you say it too, Blair, if you gave yourself half a chance. And that's what I want you to take this time. I want you to take that half a chance.
No.
Come on, Blair. I'm not the one that you want. And this isn't what you want either, is it?
Okay, I'm gonna see if they've heard anything at the station, all right?
All right, I'll find Renee.
Okay. Oh, Kevin, darling, what's going on? Have you heard anything?
About Mom? Well, I was hoping you'd know something.
I wish. Your father called earlier.
Yeah, we're supposed to all meet here.
Look, can I get you something, a cup of coffee or something while you're waiting?
No, thanks.
All right, I've got some hotel business. I'll be right back. Hey.
What, anything?
No, Bo hasn't called in yet, but they may have something.
May.
Well, you know, we said 12:30. It's early. They'll be here any minute.
That's great. So we get to sit around and wait.
Kevin, look, I don't care if we're going to be out there all night. We're going to find her. Come on, we will.
Why are you here, Andy? I mean, what are you doing here? You don't have to be.
Yeah, I do. It's my job.
Maybe. That's not what I get. I mean, not out there looking tonight, and not in here right now. Maybe I'm just with a professional. She's just doing her job, but it seems to me more like I'm with a friend.
You are.
Thanks.
Everything is fine. And I will stay focused. And everything will be fine.
Here he is. Kevin.
Sorry we're late.
I thought Andy was with you.
Yeah, she's checking in, trying to find you guys. Where you been?
Hospital.
Hospital?
Yeah, there was a false alarm. The highway patrol reported finding a blonde woman on the side of the road on Route 18.
It wasn't your mother. We checked. It wasn't Vicky.
Thank God. Commissioner, I was just calling in.
Yeah, I got to do the same thing.
Hang on there. I told him to beep you. This might not be anything, but something or someone just set off the burglar alarm over at Dorian Lord's house. Now, I don't know. The call came in when I was checking in, but it might not be anything.
No, let's check it out, folks. That's all we've got. Come on.
What if it is what I want?
You are kidding yourself, Blair.
About what?
I think that you care more about Cord than you're willing to let yourself admit.
God, Todd, what difference does it make, really, if I care? You're always telling me that I'm wasting my time with him, so how come you changed your mind?
I haven't. I still think Cord's gonna drop you the first chance that he gets.
Oh, great. So what do you want to do? Sit here and watch me? You want to see me cry? Is that
Blair,
it?
you have some things that you need to work through. You are not over him.
Oh, well, what do you care? I don't.
Look, Blair. If you sleep with me, you are gonna regret it. Just like you did last time, remember? All of a sudden, you didn't want to see me, you didn't want to talk to me, and I don't need that right now, okay? I got enough of that in my life. I don't need that from you. I need for us to be friends. And I think that is what we both need right now. Hey, look, I'm not saying that I'm not tempted. Come on, I wouldn't be. But I don't want to be something that you're going to be sorry about.
I'm scared.
Of what?
Of the way I feel. God, Todd, I'm so afraid Cord is gonna come back to town and I'm gonna let him in again. And we're gonna make up again and then he's gonna leave me again and again and again and again and again.
Don't let him, Blair.
Yeah. It's easy to say. But you're right. Though I don't want to screw this up too. You and me. I don't know. I get scared and I get crazy. That's all. I get reckless like that. Thank you for stopping me.
Whatever. Listen to me, Blair. When it comes to friendships, especially with women, I don't know the first thing about them. I mean, I used to know what I want, what I liked, what I needed. At least I thought I did. But now, you know, it's like I'm, everything's different. And I'm learning how to walk, you know? I gotta learn everything. Everything's new. God, you think you're scared?
Are you scared of me?
I like you.
I like you too.
Yeah, I know. That's why, you know, that time. I mean, I never had sex with somebody that I liked. You know, like a friend.
Yeah.
And now, you know, I don't know anything. I don't know how to think, how to feel, what to do with it. It's all just really weird. Relationships are weird.
Relationships. So, oh man, relationships. So, Don, is that what we have here is a relationship?
Look, I like having you around. I know that. And I'm happy that you want to look into this thing with David Vickers and Sam Vance and Dorian Lord and whatever the hell that's about. And, I mean, that's some kind of a relationship, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, well, look, your eyes are all red, man. It's getting late. I'm gonna split.
Hey, Todd. Don't go. Just stay here.
Blair.
Look, Todd, just as a friend for company, that's all. I just don't want to be alone tonight, all right? Please, stay. Thank you.
I have no idea what you want me to do.
You're doing it. Will you hold me? Like that. Just like that.
It's all right. I'm right here. All right, Vickers. What's this all about? What do I have that you could possibly want?
Step back. You want to do the honors, big brother?
Police, anybody in here?
Dorian? Oh, forget it.
Dorian!
Just forget it.
Dorian, where are you?
Maybe she's up. Forget. No, Clint, she is gone.
Are you
Believe me,
sure?
She took off. When I was here before, there was a whole pile of luggage right here. And it's gone. I warned her. I said, stay put.
Yeah, so where is she?
Well, judging by the amount of luggage she had, she could take a mighty long trip.
You know, first David Vickers leaves the country. Then Vicky and Dorian both disappear and both at the same time. What the hell is going on around here?
Good, that takes care of the loose ends. The burglar alarm was unfortunate. Other than that, it was nice and clean. No trail. Well, my dear Dorian, you thought of everything, didn't you? Very considerate indeed, and very useful. Good. All the luxuries. Now, there must be glasses here somewhere. Yes. Oh, well, better than nothing. Yes, the number of the Regency Hotel in Philadelphia, please. Bless you. You're quite brilliant, I'm sure. Oh, God. I hate the hair. Hello, yes. I need a room for tonight. No. No, I'll take a suite. Something extremely comfortable. I actually know I'm not going to be arriving until quite late. I have some things I need to take care of first. Yes, yes. The name? Randolph. Jean Randolph. Thank you. Thank you very much.